Red light, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light, red light, green light, red light.
Well, folks, as I say, as a good old Scotsman, it's time to grab yourself a drink, pull up a chair. It's time for another episode of the Soul Sessions. Of course, I am your host as always, Soul. But with me today, somebody who demands attention, all eyes on her. She is in that PG era. Penelope Grace, welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure, Penelope. But of course, you know, we have a routine here. We have a little list, a checklist, a way to start the show off with a bang. Every guest has a story. Every story has a beginning. How did your story begin as a wrestling fan, Penelope?
So mine is a little bit different from everyone else's. From other podcasts that I've seen, everyone sort of says I started off by watching WWE or that, but I actually started off by my mum was watching wrestling growing up, and then my brother started doing wrestling himself. So I actually started by watching the Scottish scene and watching my brother live.
Oh, hey. So the uniqueness about wrestling is that there's many entry points into it, from watching it as a youngin' or when you're getting a bit older, family, video games, action figures. For yourself, Penelope, what is it that you think about wrestling has so many access points into it and that uniqueness about it?
It becomes unique just because I think it's an escape out of reality, and yeah.
Fair point indeed. And obviously your brother getting into it, it really shows that wrestling has a family aspect to it, you know, of just, you know, everyone can watch it. There's families that do the business. What is it that you think that wrestling has such a good connection with the word family?
Well, it's not actually just my brother that does it. My cousin actually has his own company too, Fair City Wrestling. So it is really, it has all stemmed from family. So it means a lot.
Wow, that's quite impressive. I mean, just that whole connectivity of the family, of your brother, your cousin, and everything, it's really been around your whole life then, correct?
Yeah, definitely. I've grew up with it my whole life.
Wow, that's insane. So, like, from growing up and having that a part of your, you know, your childhood into adulthood, what's it like just having wrestling around 24/7 pretty much?
Sorry, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, no worries. It's like, you know, when you grow up and, you know, some people in outside of wrestling circles are just watching it, or people that don't know wrestling. But for yourself, you know, with your brother and your cousin and having all that aspect of wrestling around you, how did it feel growing up with just having wrestling around yourself every day?
It's been amazing. It's felt like a totally, completely separate life from me because, like, from my friends aren't wrestling fans, and so I would go to school and have that life with my friends, and then after school I would have the life of wrestling, and it's just totally been amazing growing up with it my whole life.
Hey, good to hear. Now, of course, you know, what was the desire for yourself to actually get into the squared circle itself? What made you want to actually become a wrestler?
So obviously I grew up with my brother throwing me around since I was younger. So I've always had that around me, and as soon as I became old enough to start training and knew that that's what I wanted to do, so I got in contact with the people my brother were training with, and I've never looked back since.
Well, good for you. And that's great to see. You know, more people getting into wrestling is always a great sign. There's new blood, there's new characters, and new opportunities. And I know you've had some great opportunities up and down the UK. And I know you went to WAW, which is obviously the Knight Family's promotion. You did the Wrestle-thon down there, which is quite an amazing show as well. It was 24 hours of continuous wrestling, if I'm correct, yes?
Yeah, it was crazy.
My God. I mean, how did that opportunity come about in the first place?
So I was training at the Fair City Wrestling School, DAPW, and they got contacted by WAW and just asked if we wanted to come along, and of course it was an opportunity we couldn't miss. So after they had contacted, we said we would do it and drove down.
Well done, hey, well done, and it's a good result at the end of the day. And how do you feel about those types of shows, like a continuous 24-hour wrestling show? I mean, obviously, we love wrestling. You know, people will travel up and down the country or abroad just to witness wrestling in person. But a 24-hour continuous live stream show is quite impressive. Do you think that's something we could see a lot more of in wrestling?
I hope so. It's the first time I've ever heard of it being done, if I'm right. But it was amazing. Yeah, I hope it could happen again.
Right, in the days of streaming and the internet, anything can happen. And I know as well, Penelope, you've been at other companies as well. One that I've had a relationship in the past is obviously with VALOR Wrestling, promotion that's very important within Glasgow. How did the opportunity come about for VALOR? Was that through the academy as well, the training school?
Yeah, so it was at a Fair City Wrestling show as well, and Luke and Sharp was there. We were talking, and he'd asked me to come down to the dojo, and I did, and yeah.
Right, good on you. And obviously, they had a show that you appeared on, Sicker Than Average 4, I believe it was, where Aaron Taylor, Moxie Malone, Brody Adler, and yourself were in a 4-way match. Talk to me about the process of entering a match with so many unique characters like those 3 other women.
So it hasn't actually happened yet. It's next month it's happening, but
Very good. And hey, they're all very unique characters. I've had Aaron on this show before. Moxie, somebody that's always been a standout, and obviously Brody, very, very unique, very ferocious, and very charismatic in the way they present themselves in the ring. But I know you've appeared in the Grand Old Opry itself, a building that VALOR runs continuously. It's a very lovely venue. Just your first experience of appearing at the Opry, and what was it like experiencing the building itself? Because it's quite unique.
Oh, it was crazy. The crowd are mental there. Going back to your question before, I've been in the ring with Moxie before, so I know what she's like, and me and Brody are like this, besties. So coming up to that match, I feel I'm totally ready and I can do it.
Well, hey, and you and Brody are besties. That's great to see. Friendships, bonds, and unions. It's great to see friendship all around. But obviously, there's other great women's without in wrestling. Is there a particular team you would like to face? You and Brody, you're besties. Is there any other 2 women you like to face in a tag team match?
There's not a lot of women tag teams in the Scottish scene. Let me think. I'm not sure.
Hey, you never know. I think it just shows that, there's opportunity for growth there. Obviously, WWE have their women's tag team championships, and obviously TNA have their knockouts tag team championships. Do you think that there is a place within Scottish wrestling for women's tag team belts?
Yeah, definitely. I think there just needs to be more of it. I think Kate Calloway, she's great. And I'd love to work with her one day.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Kate's obviously the Power Pro Women's Championship, Andy Roberts' company, which offers great opportunities. I mean, Kate's also quite muscly as well. Like, even scares me. I'm like, okay, I'm going to step back here. How would you feel going against Kate Calloway for the Power Pro Women's Championship? Do you think that's an opportunity you're ready for?
I also go to the gym, but I'm definitely not as strong as Kate Calloway. I feel like it would be a challenge, but something I could definitely go for.
I fully support you in that. I think it would be an excellent match to see. Obviously, as well, Penelope, there's a lot of new generations of wrestlers coming up, especially in Scotland, Wales, and England, and even across the world as well. But we have a lot of good veteran talent here in Scotland, a lot of women that have built the scene up, whether they're from Scotland or they venture here and perform on our scene, the likes of Casey, Molly Spartan, Rio, who comes down from England. Is there any particular women's wrestler within the UK that you really feel like, if I have a match with them, no matter how long I last, no matter if I get the win or the loss, is a made-it moment for you? That somebody you feels like it ushers you into the next echelon of women's wrestlers?
Yeah. Coming to the top of my mind, I think Emerson Jane. I've seen her live and online, and I think she is just an amazing wrestler.
Wow. Hey, fair play. Emerson Jane, she's somebody that does a lot of unique matches, very violent, but can also perform amazing moves. So that'd be quite a matchup for you, Penelope. That'd be a fully insane matchup to see as well. But obviously, Penelope, social media is also very important, I feel like, within modern wrestling to get yourself out there and expand your brand. How have you felt navigating social media?
So personally, I'm on social media quite a lot, so it just felt right to be so online with social media. And that's really played into my character. But yeah, I think it's so important in this day and age to be on social media and to promote on social media. Yeah.
No, hey, fair play. So, you're the girl boss, all eyes on you. The Penelope Grace era is upon us, and that's great to see. What's some of your goals you like to achieve within this year? Because, we're 3 months into 2025. Still a long way to go. What are some big goals for you to achieve in 2025?
So I don't know if you've seen, I'm going off to Sweden next month, April 12th. So my goals are just to get to as many places as I can around the country, and Europe. Yeah, just really travel.
Hey, that's fascinating. I mean, traveling's such a great thing. You go to many companies that are like in Germany. I know there's companies in France, America, Mexico. The world is your oyster. You could go to so many great places. Obviously, Sweden is quite a unique place to go. I've had wrestlers on this show that have gone there in the past, and it's been beautiful, great learning opportunity for them. What is it that you hope to take away from your experience in Sweden?
I think going there, I'm going to learn a lot. Obviously, it's my first time wrestling abroad, so it's going to be an experience I've never experienced before. So I'm just going to take it all in and see what I can do, show them what I can do.
Well, good for you, and I hope it's going to be a very rewarding opportunity for you. You get to all have all this new knowledge, and then you get to bring it back. I mean, good on for you for that. Is there any other countries you really would like to go and wrestle for, or even just see their culture?
The first two that come to mind are Japan and Mexico, and obviously America. America would be a dream.
Good to see there. And there's so many great women's wrestlers across the world right now. I want to know, Penelope, who are some of your favorite women's wrestlers ongoing right now in the world of wrestling?
From America, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, them two are just standouts for me. And in the Scottish scene, Kate Calloway, Brody Adler, Casey, obviously, she stands out a lot to me. And yeah.
Hey, good names all around. I know you mentioned Alexa Bliss there, and obviously Alexa Bliss hasn't been announced for WrestleMania 41, which is in Las Vegas. What would you love to see Alexa Bliss do on this year's WrestleMania?
Get involved with the women's match.
Oh, hey, it'd be quite exciting to see unique matchups, and that's the joys of it. I mean, can't wait to see it. And Penelope, I can't wait to see what you're able to do from your journey to Sweden, then coming back here and have the all's eyes on you era with everyone paying attention to Penelope Grace era. It's going to be truly exciting. We're coming to the end of our time here on the Soul Sessions. I really appreciate you having on here and just discussing about, your era, essentially. I mean, there's beautiful women's championships all around in Scotland as well, from ICW, Power Pro, as we mentioned, Discovery. Is there any particular women's belt that you really would like to hold because you think it looks the best?
Definitely the Fair City Wrestling's Women's Championship. I think the design of it and everything, and how great it would feel just to actually have it, I think that'd be amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun journey, and I think when we see you as the new Women's Championship of Fair City, it's going to be quite an iconic moment. Well, folks, hope you've enjoyed what you've viewed on this episode of the Soul Sessions. And of course, if you want to see more of Penelope Grace, I will include her Instagram link down below. You can click it, follow her journey, and you can be ushered into the Penelope Grace era. Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in for another episode of the Soul Sessions. And thank you, and have a good, lovely day.
Now about the humans gonna live like animals do. No more laws and no more rules. Nobody, no more